the American market now, if we compare a season of Mist, let's say, I don't know, 5 years ago to now, the American market, I suppose 5 years ago, didn't play such a big part in the label, but now it does.
One of the risks that we took is we were one of the only European label that decided to step up in the US and establish an office there. So we have, it's still a small office, it's only 3 people, but I'm probably going to have to hire a few more in the US, while I'm going to have to cut down costs in Europe. So it's going to be like, there's a cosmic balance in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought, I mean, it's just logical for me to know that you cannot pretend to sign a band with international ambition, whether they're Swedish or Norwegian or whatever, and you are only going to take care of Europe and you're going to license it to third parties that you do not control in the US, in Asia, in Russia. Try to control at least what you can. So a lot of labels didn't step up. Well, a few did, like of course Century Media and Nuclear Blast were big guys, but a lot of the medium labels still lack the US service that we provide.
A good example of that would be kind of a label who were a big player earlier on, Peaceful Records. They never really managed to break. I mean, Paradise Lost were selling so many records in Europe at one point, but never broke through the States.
Osmose as well.
Yeah. So has that been kind of a lesson for you? Have you learned from there, like?
I know Hammerheart and Osmose tried to step up in the US, and they really were unlucky because they worked with person that basically stole a lot of money from them.
That was the case.
Especially with Osmose, and the same story happened with Hammerheart. This label could be in our place. I mean, there's always a question of dumb luck involved. We were lucky to find with people. I mean, the first people we hired in the office were maybe not really competent, because it's really hard in America to find decent staff. But they didn't steal us. They didn't steal from us.
Okay.
And Osmose and Hammerheart were not lucky, and they lost a lot of money in their US adventure. Well, we didn't lose money, and step by step, it took a really long time, but we've been able to step up. And I'm not saying we are a decent label yet in the US. We're going to have to step up for bands like Morbid Angel, which are going to require a lot of attention in the US. But at least we have the core. We have a solid base to develop there.
Yeah, and I suppose Morbid Angel is an interesting one, and Dillinger, because I mean, both Morbid and Dillinger have a through SoundScan at least gone up to between 120, 130,000.
Yeah, in the past, we can't expect that nowadays.
No, I mean, but they're bands who have
a strong profile.
Exactly, yeah. And so, as it stands now, I mean, how soon before you release either a Dillinger or a Morbid album in the States?
February.
February. So that's kind of February is kind of like your.
It's my stepping stone. I have to be fully ready to have a full US staff in place and everything under control by February.
It's a baptism of fire.
Yeah, kinda, but it's exciting. I mean, it's exciting to know that you have a chance, because in Europe we're stagnating for a couple of years now. And it's actually quite a challenge to know that you have something, you have a challenge in front of you, and you have to do something properly, and you got to prove yourself once again. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of time there and trying to sort things out. I think we hired some good people there for marketing and promotion. We stole some people that used to work at Roadrunner and things like that, but we're going to hire on a time-to-time basis to do marketing and promotion for us. So it should be doing okay, but it's a whole different story, working with US plants that doesn't reply you, that you have to call 20 times to make sure the sticker is in the right position on the CD, and yeah, it's a different story. They're not, I mean, no matter how much you put it, but US workers, in my experience, are not as efficient as Europeans. Especially I work my US plant, my CD factory plant is in Austria, so they're like super square, super organized. And even though my plant in the US is Sony, it's such chaos. You would not believe such a company as Sony is working so lamely. You know,
is it because they're so huge that they don't really have to?
I don't know. I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
It's a bit of both.
And if you speak about so far, you've had Cynic. Right?
Yeah.
And you've done very well with Cynic in that they've toured, for example, in Europe.
Yeah.
With Opeth.
With Opeth, yeah.
Tour, and the States with Meshuggah, which is
Meshuggah, Dragon Force, and there's probably more tours coming.
Okay. Yeah. What about bands like Morbid and Dillinger, who are very established and are headlining bands in their own right? Is it something that you have in mind in order to like put in the extra effort for them to get them tours that are supports? Because Morbid Angel haven't done like a support tour in the States. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I mean. Okay, they did Pantera 2001. They did Black Sabbath and Motorhead in like '93 or '4. It's a hard band to get on a support tour, but
it's not really hard, but they probably don't want to, because Food Spencer make more money now on the road than they make on CD sales.
Yeah.
Because of T-shirt sales and other fee they get every time.
That's all across the board, though, right?
So I mean, bands this big, they don't want you to get involved in the touring process.
Okay.
They manage that completely on their own. So if there is a big touring opportunity that, let's say, Slayer wants to pick them, then we'll be involved because they'll need tour support and they'll need help. But when it comes to regular touring, part of the job, they actually don't want us to interfere at all. We have nothing to do with it because that's where they make the money, and of course they don't want to share that.
Yeah. I mean, they have their booking agent, and Gunther Ford's Gunther Ford's managing Morbid Angel, and he's I suppose kind of a semi-legendary or a very well-known figure in the States because he's been in the game for a long time. He's had like a lot of like high-profile bands. He's also apparently one of the people that came up with the original idea for Blabbermouth. And I mean, so with you dealing with him,
he was impressive at first.
Yeah.
I mean, I was during the first part of the negotiation with Morbid Angel. I thought that guy is going to eat me alive, you know. But I think we found a common ground, a balance where he respects me and I respect him. But at first, I was kind of scared to work with him. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, do you think? I mean, do you think he's going to be a big advantage towards? Obviously, Morbid Angel.
He obviously knows what he's doing.
And maybe for Season Mist as well, you know?
Yeah, you never know. It's I mean, he's not working for SPV anymore, so I don't know. It's.
Are you gonna offer him a job?
I don't know. No. You can't offer a job to somebody like that because it's just too independent. Yeah. And there's no way I could be his boss. It's not even realistic. But let's just see how it works out with Morbid Angel. Yeah. And if it works out with Morbid Angel, maybe we'll hire him to do some other jobs for some of our other bands.
Yeah. My thinking would be also that if Gunther Ford is still doing his job as well for Morbid Angel, then that will benefit the band and benefit the label, and the season can get more established. Now, on the other hand, for the reason we kind of do these things where we kind of focus on people behind the scenes is to give an example of what life is like outside the spotlight.
Yeah, behind the curtain, yeah. There's a lot of things happening that people don't know about.
Yeah, well maybe we can't talk about all of those, you know, but, but some of them. So let's see what an average day is like for I've nicknamed this guy Mickey Mist, you know. So what's an average day like for you back home?
Well, it's a regular desk job. I come in the office, I have probably 150 emails to answer per day. Catastrophes every day, bands that missed their plane or that lost equipment, that need help with it, that need help with that, sales reports to be done. It's a desk job, it's a lot of paperwork.
How much of the nitty gritty and like that kind of thing, do you have people taking care of that for you, or are you actually in there involved yourself?
No, I'm very involved myself. We are a staff of 20 people, so I have a lot of people from webmasters to accountants to people in the stock making the packages, but what I kept for myself, my private ground, is what we call A&R. Yeah. That means I'm the one signing the bands. I'm not the one promoting them though, because I don't go along very well with journalists, but yeah, sorry.
Is that awesome? Yeah.
I tend to insult them once in a while.
Maybe some people like that. Yeah.
No, well anyway, so my job basically signing the bands and all the follow-up, making sure they get tours, making sure that they're exposed properly, supervising the job of the promotion and the production, making the decision on stupid decisions like how many pages are we going to do in this booklet? Yeah. Because if you ask the band, they're going to say, yeah, we want 124 pages booklet, you know what I mean? So you got to be explaining them, trying to find new ideas for packaging with the production department and managing the tour. And basically my job is also damage control.
Okay.
So whenever there's something going wrong, that's where I come in.
Okay, and